All right, the story just keeps on getting interesting for me when it comes to Fire Force because there's a lot of stuff. Now the mystery gets even thicker, if I had to put correctly. Thicker? What the hell is wrong with me? The mystery gets even deeper with this series because now it's like, what are the Fire Force up to right now? Because there's a lot of shit happening in the Fire Force, within the Fire Force, and even the sentence that the chick on the picture right now says is kind of surprising because she's like, "Yo, you shouldn't dig deep into all this Fire Force bullshit, or else you're gonna get killed." Basically, that's what she wanted to say, and well, she did say that you're gonna get extinguished, so basically killed. I have to say, silently killed, if I had to put correctly. Uh, Other than that, like for the most of the episode, it was more or less like another infernal. But this time the infernal was different. How was it different? Like he was able to talk, he had his senses within him, and he was pretty much like a infernal ready with all senses and shit. Like he was pretty intelligent and everything. Like that's what I saw when it comes to this infernal. Uh, Compared to the other infernal, which was just dumb as shit. And some infernal try to fight themselves. That's basically it. Like fight the inner demon that they have within themselves. That's basically what I saw here. Uh, Other than that, what I had to speak about is most of the episode was just, it was just funsy's sake. Like the first few minutes were just funsy's sake, and then the next minute we see this guy fighting the Infernal, like as usual. Shinra is fighting the Infernal and everything, like he's fighting him, and then the fifth force, fire force, fifth department of the fire force basically pops up. I think that that's where shit gets intense for me because as soon as this fifth department pops up, I'm like, damn, like that's some shit over there. Finally, we're seeing some kind of story development which leads to big mysteries. And that's what I like about this series because once you get a mystery solved, you just get another mystery thrown at you, and that's basically it. And now you have even more questions about what's going on in the Fire Force department with this episode because of the things that the chick said and how she's like, okay, we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna research this guy and everything, and that's basically what was going on there. He's, and as for the animation, I speak this correctly, but I wasn't a big fan of this episode's animation. Most of the episode, I felt like I was watching a lot of still frames here and there, and I think so they weren't done correctly. And like there were certain scenes where I just saw certain pops and just pops, and suddenly another scene pops up. I'm like, wait, the transition was like, what the hell happened there? Like what happened there? Like there was a certain scene where Shinra tried to kick this guy, and then that scene just transists to this guy getting blown away. But there wasn't no connection. There was no nothing. You just see Shinra kicking. That's all they were see. So I felt like there was some kind of still frames and everything here and there, and I just it felt kind of there. But there was some good animations too at points. Like for example, one of the good animation I saw in this episode was when Shinra was put down on the ground by the Fifth Department force, and then he just like just windmills himself out of that situation, and I freaking loved that animation there because it looked pretty badass to me. So yeah, and then there was a certain scene which I wasn't a big fan of where they just pop up with a truck, but we don't see the truck appear. We just see the truck appear just out of nowhere. Like it just pops up on your screen. You're like, wait, where did that truck appear from? That's basically what the question is. So yeah, there were certain scenes where I was there, and I know I may be nitpicky and everything, but that's just something that I dislike sometimes when I see an anime, and I'm like, why was that there? So yeah, but the story is just definitely good and interesting because it was a damn good story. It has a damn good story. So this episode had a decent animation. I had to put it correctly. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. So it had a decent animation, and compared to the previous episode, because this anime has high expectations for me after watching the first three episodes of the anime, and the first three episodes were just, they set the bar way higher for me for this anime. So that's the reason why I'm being very nitpicky with this anime, because you have set that bar for me with this anime, and that's the reason why I just freaking love it. So I still am not saying it was a bad episode. Okay, it was a damn good episode in every way, shape, or form. But just the animation was a little let down for me in this episode. Anyways, let me know what you think about this episode of Fire Force. I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.